know the companions, look, in Masjid al-Nabawi, when Umar ibn al-Khattab came into rule, came into power, radiallahu ta'ala anhu, Umar ibn al-Khattab's time was like, it's known in our history as the golden era of Islam. That's the peak. After the death of Umar ibn al-Khattab, it was just, things were never the same. So in his time, obviously Islam is growing. So now the companions came, pressure was there. It was necessary to do what? To expand the Masjid al-Nabawi. They had to do it. And you know, Umar ibn al-Khattab was one of those very specific people. You know, he used to monitor the hearts of not only his heart, but the hearts of... Anyway, so now they've expanded the masjid. It's a sign of growth. It's a sign of success. Imagine the Prophet's mosque. They've expanded it. Money is coming in. Now the companions, they're debating amongst each other on who has the heart, who has the courage to go to Umar ibn al-Khattab and suggest, not carpet, not chandeliers, not electric domes. No. Who is brave enough to suggest that we should put some paint on the walls? So Umar ibn al-Khattab says, over my dead body. What was his dalil? What was his thinking? What was the wisdom? He said, I fear that the color of the walls just may be a distraction and a fitna for the hearts of the believers. So you look at electric domes and you're in awe. Umar refused to paint the walls because he knew how sick our hearts were. How, just for the love of Allah, someone explain to me, how has shaitan turned the month of fasting into the month of feasting? Someone, please explain. The month of eating less has become the month of throwing food away. Now, halal and haram, I'm not here to debate. The mashayikh are here, I'm not a sheikh at all. I'm not here to speak fiqh. But just think with me. How has the month of fasting, how has he been so successful into turning it into the month of feasting? Is it haram to eat? La wallah, it's not haram to eat. But brother, I ask you by Allah, is this what Ramadan is about? You want to see the condition of the Muslims? Go to an iftar where the food is late. Bala Sheikh, Bala Balut, bro, where the hell is the food? Brother, wallahi, they've ordered the food, the brother's stuck in the car. Who's the hamar that's driving, brother? Doesn't he know? Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha, when she was speaking to her nephew Urwa, that we used to see the moon, then the moon, then the moon. 2 consecutive months, so it's longer than Ramadan. 2 consecutive months, she said there was no boiling, no cooking, not a single flame was lit in any of the 9 houses of Rasulullah for 2 consecutive months. So Urwa asked, how did you eat? How did you survive? She said, al-aswadan al-tamru wal-ma'. If Umar didn't want to put paint on the walls because lest it should be a fitna, what would have happened to the Prophet if he's seen the way we deal with breaking our fasts? Explain to me how the month of fasting has become the month of feasting. Explain. Can you see shaitan all over it or not? There are foods that are only made in Ramadan. And we've accepted that. There are sweets, they're only made, yani if you went on the day of Eid, brother, you missed it, Ramadan. Who's behind it? Who's behind it? Yallah, keep you busy. Look, shaitan couldn't stop me from standing in front of the Kaaba, but he could take my heart and my eyes away to look at the clock. Shaitan couldn't stop you from fasting, but uqsam billah, he's going to take every opportunity to distract you, man. Allah, let him feast, bro. Let him eat like monsters. Go to any one of these, you know, not last year, before, my wife said to me, buy bread. The day before Ramadan, I wasn't thinking, I thought, all right, I'm going to buy bread. I walked into the guy, I said, brother, is there any bread? He looked at me and, brother, what are you smoking? Bread? Ali Habibi Makhallu sesame seed. Nothing. They polished the shop. So I thought, wallahi, I said to him, brother, are you closed tomorrow? He goes, no, I'm open. Consume. Consume. Business owners prepare. Look, the Salaf prepare for 6 months for Ramadan. Trust me, our Muslim business owners also do the same, but they're not preparing like them. Yalla, containers. Containers. Shops open in Ramadan and then they close when? Explain to me how the month of fasting has become the month of feasting. And trends, it's not haram. Please don't come to me, brother. Are you saying, no, it's not haram. But can you see shaitan all over it or not? So because breaking our fast wasn't enough, what did shaitan have to do? He brought out trends. Yalla. A few years ago, we had this musibah that hit the ummah called the camel burger. Were you aware of it? Are you serious, Sheikh? 2 minutes? How is that fair? The camel burger was the musibah that hit the ummah. Muslims in the thousands stood in rows. Brother, the camel burger. The camel. We became fuqaha. Brother, I heard if you eat camel, you need to make wudu before and after. It jannanit the area. Camel burgers jannanit the area. It's not haram. Wallahi, it's not haram. But why in this month? Why was this the month that the ummah was obsessed with camels? Then when camels became the norm, what happened to the ummah? It became the D. When the D became the norm, last year it was the rabbit. The Australian wildlife has become petrified of the month of Ramadan because no one knows who's on the menu next. No one knows who's up next. Yalla, petrified. If it's not camels and burgers and donkeys and whatever we're eating, what, it's cocktails or mabar. Again, wallahi, it's halal, it's not haram. But I ask you by Allah, is this Ramadan, bro? Is this Ramadan? And shaitan has fooled. And people love it. Brother, don't you like the nightlife? Don't you like the buzz? You know, my brothers, the nights of Ramadan are holier than its days. Did you know that? The nights of Ramadan are more special, they're deeper. The best 10 nights of the year are in when? But the best 10 days of the year are not in Ramadan, indicating that the nights of Ramadan are far more special. So what has shaitan done? What has he done? You know, have you seen in our communities, what has Ramadan become now? It's become this nightlife. It's become this, wallahi, Lekemba's become the new King's Cross. Not King's Cross in the sense of the prostitution. No. What do I mean by the new King's Cross? It's the place to be. You know, in the 90s, in the 80s, in the... Brother, where do you go to party? You go to King's Cross. No. Now we've got the new King's Cross and it's called Lekemba. Holden Street, Lekemba, Allahu Akbar. It's the buzz. It's the place to be. Is it haram to be there? Wallah, it's not haram. But I'm asking you, is that what Allah wants? We're complaining that the brother is leading 20 rak'at. Brother, is this sunnah? How come that takes so long? But you're standing for 45 minutes to eat a donkey in a burger. That's not a problem. It's not a problem. So the nightlife. And brother, you know, even the non-Muslims are in. Do you think the non-Muslims are coming because, wallah, they're learning about Allah? And we're fooled. And we're fooled. Yallah. The nightlife, the buzz. This is the Ramadan, brother. And look how shaitan, remember, what's he been doing? Yes, come Ramadan, Habibi, he's kicking back and he's laughing. Look at the fools. And we're not fools, my brothers. We're honorable people. Please see shaitan all over it. Don't take part in these places, man. Don't fall for these trends. Our women who we complain, our women, have some rahmah. Simple foods, man, simple foods. Anything, wallah, anything you can put together in an hour and a half tops. Some soup, anything. Sure, anything, brother. Brother, I've been fasting all day, brother. Look, again, you know, as men, it's funny. But these women who, brother, so how do they spend their Ramadan? How? Sure, cooking, bro. Wallahi, jnoon. Wallahi, jnoon.